platforms. Queen of Credit here, so let me allow a brief opportunity for everything to upload. I think I'm good on all 3 platforms right now. So hello. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. You coming in, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Facebook, hey, Nana, how are you? I finally got my numbers correct on this particular client's case that I was doing. Let me know if you all can hear me well, if you can see me well. So I finally got my numbers correct, so I wanted to go live. Nana, thank you for liking the video. Everybody coming in on the different platforms. Hello, happy Saturday from Illinois. I wish I could pronounce that. Peoria, Illinois. Okay, Nana, you've been sick. I hate to hear that. Glad you're feeling much better. Hello, Periscope. Show some digital love. Okay, thank you so much. Everyone said they can hear me good on Periscope as well. Let me share this last platform and I'll be ready to go. Some of you all probably can see better than others. The background of my billboard or my working board. So I'm going to break down all the debt and everything that's on there. But before I do that, some of y'all can see my shirt, and I tagged him on Facebook. It's Woman. Let me stand up. So Periscope, Woman Thou Art Wealthy. So y'all can see. I also have my camo jeans on. Yeah, with my camo. So you can see it a little better on YouTube. And it's my Woman Thou Art Wealthy shirt. I just got my official copyright certificate of my copyrights for this logo. Thank you so much, Periscope. Say I love that. So I just got my official copyrights of my Woman Thou Art Wealthy. Let me follow this because I think my address. Copyrighted folks. Copyright official with the Copyright King. So if you don't know or never heard of him, he worked with famous celebrities or musicians in the music industry, such as T.I. Big, and he's right here in Mississippi. Thank you so much, Nana. Also, never deal with a broken heart or a broken handbag is my motto or my mantra after my divorce. That was created after my divorce. Never deal with a broken heart or a broken handbag at the same time. It's also a copyrighted logo. Thank you so much on YouTube. Say that's what's up. That's copyrighted as well. And so let's break down this client's results, where we are today and where we started. Thank you so much, Periscope. Periscope showing some hearts. Digital love. So if you're on Facebook, put purple hearts in the comments for my logo copyright celebration. Thank you, Periscope. And on YouTube, you can just put the thumbs up if that's fine with you all on YouTube. So let's break down this particular client's case. And the reason why, thank you so much, Coco B Love. Wow, thanks so much for the first super chat. And your profile picture is beautiful, Coco B. Thank you so much on Periscope. So yeah, this is copyrighted now, Woman Thou Art Wealthy. The message or what the message will be behind this is I will write a book, right? I'm writing a book concerned about rich and wealthy women in the Bible, right? Rich and wealthy women in the Bible. Thank you, Lee says you've been a continued inspiration. You are necessary more than you know. Keep up the wonderful work. Thank you so much, Lee Brown. AKA I call him Les Brown. Thank you all so much On YouTube. Hello, Sawanda on YouTube. Thank you, Life Media on YouTube as well. Thank you. I unfollow Dave Ramsey because I trust you. Thank you so much, Coco B Love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I tell people Dave Ramsey he's rich in wealth. He's a multimillionaire, right? And you can abuse a debit card just like you can a credit card, right? You can abuse a debit card just like you can a credit card, right? With insufficient funds, fees, right? And so anytime that you use credit card a responsible way in the bank's money that they can lend you, you can create more cash flow in your life because you can use the bank's money and credit to create more wealth. I tell people all the time, you know, when it relates to Dave Ramsey, that you can't even buy any of his products, right, without going on his website and using a credit card in most cases. Now, he may accept debit card as payment as well, but he definitely doesn't accept cash, right? And so the envelope system is good for people maybe that cannot, budget well. But at the end of the day, whatever this case or point situation may be, you are going to have to learn how to manage your money. Most people, as far as they know of how to deal with credit to create more cash flow, but the only way they know how to deal with credit is to buy a home, be a home buyer, or purchase a new vehicle. So what I do is I teach people the different ways. And actually, my shirt, Woman Thou Wealthy, that's now copyrighted, is actually will include about the Second Kings woman and Second Kings in the best-selling book on wealth and prosperity, which is the Bible. And so is relating to or comparison to is given the story of the lady, the woman in Second King who was a widow, right? And her husband had died, right? And her sons was about to be sold into debt or slavery because of bad debt. See, it's the difference between bad debt and borrowing, right? And so her sons were about to be sold into slavery because they were in bad debt, right? Her husband passed. And so with this being said, she went to the prophet and he said, what should I do? He said, go borrow vessels, not a few. So what happened was this lady flipped the script. She flipped the script. She took a bad habit that they had that put them in bad debt, right? And used that same habit and had a different vision, a different paradigm, and borrowed in a different way. But this time she borrowed to build a business. And I tell people, I see the Copyright King came on Facebook. Thank you. Yeah, it's copyrighted. I've been giving you a shout out, Mr. Camille King. You all need to find him on Facebook. It's this shirt does, but I was showing them my official copyright certificate and also my other t-shirt, right? That never deal with a broken heart and a broken handbag, both at the same time. And that mantra was arrived from my divorce in 2018, and in which I received alimony, half of retirement out from ending a 14-year marriage. And a lot of women, and maybe some men, but a lot of women do not seek out the correct legal advice when going through a divorce, and it costs them financially, right? And so my mantra behind it, ladies, is invest in the correct legal advice. Even if you have to use your credit card to pay a good recommended attorney, right? Another way you can use credit. If you have to use a good credit card, and if it's going to, determine how your financial future is going to be set up, that's fine. Do that. That's a great investment for a credit card. That's a great asset investment. If you're going through a divorce and you can get a good attorney, you don't have the finances, right? Use that credit card, make your financial life better. Don't deal with the broken heart and a broken handbag, right? Both at the same time. So that's my other t-shirt, and this is Woman Thou Art Wealthy. Just giving you the formulas that women in the Bible use to be rich and wealthy. We hear about all the poverty scriptures. The love of money is the root of all evil. Seek not earthly vessels. And all of that is true. It's saying put things in perspective, right? Don't put money before God. But there are plenty examples and plenty women in the Bible, like Lydia, right? Is one, the seller of purple, right? Linen, of examples of formulas of what women did. And there are wealthy men in the Bible, but I'm focusing on women. Wealthy men as well. The formulas that they did to create wealth. One formula that all of them shared and had in common was they all were business women, right? They all had a business entity. And that's why I am encouraging women and men, right? And my men, that if you want to make a good investment of your income tax return, you definitely need to invest in this credit repair business, right? Your home-based credit repair business. And then you will have me as your mentor. So definitely need to invest in that. Jesus on YouTube said the lack of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, Jesus, I think that may be a misprint in the Bible. I really do. Hello, Paul Norwood. So let's go over this. And the reason why this is a big deal with these results is because these are major banks. These are not just small charge-offs. These are major banks, big banks with big debts, right? These are big banks with big debt. So you got first your American Express, right? We got American Express here. American Express, Capital One, Credit One, right? Wells Fargo, Discover, Barclays. There were 2 Barclays charge-offs on this client's account. 2 Barclays charge-offs. So you got Barclays, and then you have SYNCB, Amazon, Sync Bank, Walmart. Amazon charge-off is $3,675. A Walmart charge-off of $756. American Express was the big dog in the picture. The big, it was $12,082. Capital One charge-off was $7,653. Credit One, $655. Wells Fargo, $4,974, right? Discover charge-off, $6,849. And then I mentioned the two from Barclays, right? So the charge-offs alone totaled to $44,686 worth of charge-offs. $44,000, right? $686 worth of charge-offs. So now we get to the collections, and this is all on one client's, or were on one client's report. The collections, Midland Funding. If anyone knows in the credit business, Midland Funding and Portfolio Recovery are the heavy hitters of collectors, right? Midland Funding was $4,730, $4,772. It was more than one Midland Fund. It was 4 Midland Funding collections, $2,536. And then they also bought the Capital One debt for $7,653, right? So then now we have LVNV, another popular collection that I see most often on credit reports, LVNV. So this was $756, right? And then Lending Club collection for $5,032. So Lending Club collection was $5,032. Then second round, $9,152 for second round. $9,152. So the collections total to $34,631. The collections total to $34,631. So the total of the collections and charge off on this account total to $79,317. And co-pastor Freedom. Who is LBUT? Let me know who that is on YouTube. You saying co-pastor? A lot of people call my mother co-pastor. That's why I don't know who you are. Big Lamar. Okay, because my parents are pastors of a church. So Big Lamar, where are you from on YouTube? He's but the comment is, I like the way you slid in something from the Bible. It sounds good still while telling us how to get financial freedom. And co-pastor, I know they're so proud. Well, thank you if you are speaking of my parents, because they are pastors of a church. And yeah, this is where Woman Thou Wealthy comes in. So a total of $79,317. Now, looking back on this person's credit report, it started in 2018. This accumulation of charge-offs and things started the year of 2018, right? 2019, the summer of 2019, they began with me, June. So, it takes 6 months for charge-offs to go into charge-off status. 2019, June, they began with me. Around August of 2019, after getting that first dispute, and I'm saying this because oftentimes you hear about one side of credit repair, right? You hear a lot of people complain about, I paid this company $2,000. They haven't done anything with my credit. I've been with Lexington Law for 9 months and nothing has happened with my credit. And you hear all this about bad credit. So I'm going to give you some examples of what people like myself that help people restore and improve their credit have to deal with. August, this client became very disgruntled. I know it's hard to believe after I just told you that this is what the credit file looked like. They became very disgruntled and impatient and say, well, look, you don't have to, because they got the first dispute back. And I don't think anything was deleted the first time. Nothing but the names and addresses, maybe, right? And I say, well, look, I just give it to somebody else. I've been with this other company, and I thought you were the queen of credit, and you just keep my money, and I don't have to work with you, because I'm very direct, right? And telling people, and you know what? If you can't take the truth when you're in a situation, because bad credit is very stressful, right? So if you can't take the truth, as Michael Jackson would say, with love, then this is not a game you should try to play. You should just stay in your rut, because when it's this bad, it takes double the amount of patience and understanding, right? When someone is assisting you. And I'm saying this again, with love. I have a over 823 credit score, right? And so when I'm talking to people with lower credit, and you should have an understanding that you didn't get into this overnight. I can pick and choose who I want to work with. That's the upside of having any business and being your own CEO or CFO. And I'm not, I'm saying that once you find someone to genuinely help you, your attitude of gratitude needs to be in place. So this person became very disgruntled. I took 30, yes, patience is the key. I took 30 to 45 days. I said, well, hey, they said I can have it. They was rude. And I decided, I'm going to be honest with you. Hello, Brandon Hicks from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello, Brandon. Thank you so much. You got my name highlighted on YouTube. And I'm going to be honest, I will tell you because I'm a good person with a good heart. I decided to pick this person's credit up, but that had something to do with it. What really did it was this was a good challenge for me, and I wanted to accept it. I was like, now I'm not saying I'll take too many of these on this year, because now that once you know you can do something, it's not a challenge anymore. So I'm very selective with people that I work with now. And if I think it's something that's going to be overwhelming and tie me up, then I may or may not, be able to accept you as a client. So as of today, February the 15th, right? Receive feedback. And I have it in red that only 3 accounts, only 3 out of all of these charge off and collections. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I'm saying 16 because Midland Funding had four collections reporting. The only ones remaining as of February 15, 2020 are Discover, Amazon, and Lending Club. All of the big heavy hitters are gone. American Express, $12,000. Hello, Periscope. Hello from Dallas, Texas, Periscope. American Express, $12,000 gone. Midland Funding, all 4 deleted. Second round, I almost know this stuff by heart. $9,152 deleted. Right. So Discover, Amazon, which is $3,000. That's what's remaining. That's what's remaining. $79,317 worth of debt connected with bad credit is gone. And I'm saying this to say this. If it took from 2018 all the way to 2019 to build this bad credit history, this person from June to February of this year, and that's giving a month off. So really like 5 months, because I took about 30, 45 days off, are totally free of this credit. Now, let me tell you how it happened. And let me read some of these comments on YouTube. And YouTube, I know I look away from the camera. That's because my screen is on my right, which may be your left. So KRS Sports Talk, my credit score is stuck at the low 700s. How can I get to the 800s? Deep Brooks on YouTube, I need to work with you, with my wife, client, to buy a house. Hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, Deep Brooks. Please hit the like button because I only have 8 thumbs up on YouTube. Hello, Queen. I'm interested into W4. I am building my business credit and working on my second LLC. How can I pay you myself from my company? I am trying to find our payroll company. It's a good one. Okay, so you need the W4 wealth strategy. Mr. Williams, I need your service again. I sent an email weeks ago and text you. Mr. Williams, I got your email. Come on, Mr. Williams. I think you had like what? I got your text. A couple, 5 or 6 inquiries. That it wasn't a big case for me, Mr. Williams. So is that what you're talking about? The 5 or 6 inquiries? Mr. Williams, let me know. YouTube, this is a blessing to have someone very knowledgeable and credit. I'm glad I reached you. Thank you so much. What's my Periscope name? My Periscope name is Queen of Credit. I think, is that right, Periscope? I think it's Queen of Credit. All of my social media is either the Queen of Credit. I know that's IG with the underscore, and Queen of Credit. Yes, love the t-shirt. Thank you so much. So let me answer some of this question. Nana on Facebook said the client should be grateful. For the W4 wealth strategy, send me an email at LD, as in Louisiana and Dallas, LD at Fix My Credit and Cash.com. If you want credit help, I give a consultation. Please allow 3 to 5 business days. You will get that credit audit. You'll get that credit audit. Just go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. You will see a tab there that says book online. It is a very small investment consultation fee of $50. And I will give you a detailed consultation of what needs to be reversed or improved in your credit and how much the quote will be to do those services. Someone asked me or on YouTube that they had a low credit score, right? And Facebook, you hit the thumbs up as well. Periscope is giving me the hearts. Facebook, you hit the thumbs up as well. It's free. Now I got 14 thumbs up on YouTube, right? So thumbs up and share on Facebook and continue to get the hearts on Periscope. But to answer that question, if you have a low 700 credit score, I can't answer that until you book a consultation with me online. But I can tell you this: usually, people that have a low 700 credit score, they may have low credit cards with low credit limits, meaning you may not have a $5,000 credit limit credit card, or you probably just have a thin credit file. And what I mean by that is you have either credit cards that have low credit limits, $500 to $1,000. You don't have any vehicle finance. You don't have a good mixture of credit, right? And so that means you don't have a vehicle report and any installment loans on your credit report, right? So what it means, you can do one or two things. You can add a primary trade line, and I have the links in this video on YouTube when I upload it, and I will put it in the video on my Facebook as well, right? So you can add primary trade lines for $5,000, and that means they are primarily yours. And those two companies will give you a $5,000 credit card. And what happens with your credit is once you add a charge card, once you have a credit limit, and you apply for a new credit, they will look at your current credit limit and match that. So now when you get these two $5,000 credit limit cards, and the great thing about those and why I recommend them is that you don't get denied. And if you're not getting denied, you're not getting a hard pull or inquiry on your credit report, right? And getting denied at the same time, because that's lower people credit score when you get a hard pull or you apply for credit and get denied. So with this, is for sure chance you'll get approved. Once you get approved for these two $5,000 charge card lines, then you apply for a major credit card like a Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and get approved, and they will match your charge card limits, which is $5,000. But you have to have something that's showing that you have a high credit limit and that you are handling it responsibly. And then, if your goals is to try to get a vehicle finance, that will add credit mixture, that will increase and boost your credit score. So a low 700s means you're paying on time. You have good credit history. You just don't have a lot of credit with high credit limits. And even with that, you get a $5,000 charge card or credit card. Make sure that you keep the balance below 30% of the credit limit, right? So that means you will at all times never ever exceed $1,500 of credit or balances or debt, on that card, right? And so that's the best answer that I can provide without actually seeing your credit report. Nana, Facebook, my website is www.fix mycreditandcash.com. Thank you, Periscope, for the hearts and the digital love. So, hey, woman, thou art wealthy, coming out with the book edition. More Christians need to be aware, or non-Christians, just whoever believers need to be aware of rich and wealthy people in the Bible. You got wealthy men too, like King Solomon. You got Job. You got Abraham. But we've been hearing. Thank you so much, Periscope, for putting my website, fixmycreditandcash.com. That's correct. And we always hear about we rather have Jesus than silver or gold. But he tell us in the book of Haggai that Haggai chapter 2, I think verse 8, that the silver and the gold is mine. You don't have to choose. You just have to have your priorities right and your heart right. He don't want you to choose material wealth and riches over your relationship with him. But, right, you can have both, because many patriarchs in the Bible had both, men and women alike, right? Somebody gave me hey, man, we're having credit church. That's another one of my slogans. We are having credit church, this trademark, on a Saturday. So, hey, be aware. I can't wait to get this information out. How long does the trade line stay on your credit? The $5,000 primary trade line, Ms. Taylor, I would recommend that you keep it on there for at least 90 days or until you get approved for the credit card that you are applying for and that you want to get a higher credit limit credit card that you want to use responsibly, right? So, for example, you get a $5,000 primary trade line. Your second month, let's say 60 days, you go and you apply for I'm just going to throw a Chase Freedom card, right? Let's just say Chase Freedom. Chase Freedom, they just sent me something in the mail that I get 0% interest on balance transfer, transaction, purchases up to 2021. Oh man, the banks are giving away this money dirt cheap. You know what type of investments I can do with that? You know what I can do that, right? And so let's just say, and I'm not saying to apply, but let's just say you want to apply. Or well, I take that back. Let's say you want to apply for a Discover It card. That's a student card, right? Because you have thin credit, right? And so you apply for a student card, which the approval rate percentages might be a little higher for people with thin credit, and a Discover It or Bank of America student card, any type of student card that's not expecting to have a lot of credit history. Then once you apply for those, you get approved, then you can, you can keep the primary trade lines, or you can decide to close them because they're not credit cards, right? And so because they're charge cards, you can decide to close them and it won't affect your credit score very much. But just know that if you close a credit card, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, it will hurt your credit score and lower your credit scores even more. The trade line is a soft pull, and it's a primary trade line, which means it won't show up that you are anyone's authorized user on their account. That's your primary charge card, but it's not a credit card. How long does it take get a repo out? It depends. I don't know. I have to see your credit report. These are questions that you're asking. And this is why I have to see your credit report to accurately answer that question. Because under the law, it is 3 reasons. People ask me all the time, can I get a student loan deleted out of my credit report? Is it reporting inaccurately? Because even if the balance is off just by $1, that gives you the rights to get it deleted off your credit report. Or is it unverifiably? See, the three credit agencies input things on millions of consumers or people credit reports, either electronically, by computer, or manually, but they make mistakes. They're highly a business that make a lot of mistakes because of the volume of what they have to handle. And so most are done electronically. So if that reporting cannot be verified, right? If they just place it on your credit report without the verification or proof that goes with it, those are grounds for deletion. Or you don't hear people say about this, is if the account is reporting incomplete. It can be any, and one account can have grounds for all three things. It can be inaccurate, it can be incomplete, and it can be unverifiable. And those are your rights, consumer rights. Justin, thank you for sharing the video on Facebook. Have to get rid of inquiries. I have 35. Robert, go to my website, fixmycreditandcash.com. My name is Ray Anderson. My family is Andersons out of Louisiana. But let me ask you this, Robert. How did you get 35? Was it that you were going vehicle, shopping for a vehicle? Let me know. Thank you, Periscope. I'm giving out some credit, Jules. Thank you for responding to my email. You're welcome, Periscope. You are so welcome. Thank you for the digital love. So, Robert, you do understand that I highly only recommend that inquiries within 2 years be deleted. Anything after 2 years is not harming or affecting your credit score. So that's number one. And the grounds for getting inquiries or inquiries removed, right, is that whoever put your credit report should have had permissible purpose, right, to pull your credit report and make you a firm offer for credit. And that rule of thumb is broken all the time. All right, so that's it. And Taylor, thank you. I'm working on my credit now. I have 5 more things on my credit report and 13 inquiries. I froze LexisNexis, and I sent my request to freeze SageScreen. Okay, let me know if you need assistance with that. SageScreen, and what she's saying on YouTube is SageScreen is the company. See, what you all don't know, there are smaller credit agencies other than Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You got SageScreen, you got LexisNexis. LexisNexis is the one that reports your bankruptcy, usually in an unverifiable manner, to the 3 major credit agencies. SageScreen is the company that reports inquiries. But honestly, I don't go through SageScreen at all to get inquiries deleted or removed. But that is a great move to make, Ms. Taylor. And I do in some cases dispute LexisNexis so they can remove bankruptcy that are reporting unverifiable. On Periscope, got Equifax clean. I just have 1 low-end credit card on TransUnion Experian to get out. Okay. So do you have any positive? Now that you got it clean, do you have any positive? That's credit reporting. And that's the rebuilding stage, right? A lot of people get negative items deleted because this client's credit score with all of these negative items deleted is still in the low 500s. And that's because they don't have any positives reporting at this point. So they will have to go back and add positive. Now, one of the things that's going to really hurt this client moving forward is that because they have charge-offs with all the major credit agencies, the Amex, American Express, the Capital One, the Wells Fargo, Discover, Barclays, then they're going to get blackballed, especially American Express, meaning that they're not going to approve, especially anytime soon. They're not going to approve you with, even if it's off your credit score. You reapply. They said, no, you have an outstanding debt or charge off that's not paid. So you're not going to get approved anytime soon. So now you have to re-strategize. And also, these companies probably would send this client a 1099 in the mail for this debt, for the $44,686. And I don't know if the collection companies, because, I told them that once I do this, it's done because of your attitude, right? So I don't know if the collection agencies like Midland Funding are writing them or subpoenaing or summons him to court behind this. Had he stayed in my good grace and good standing, I could have helped him with these collections and validating the debt and giving him a game plan if he was summoned for court. Because without proper validation, they have no legal rights to collect from you. And this debt could have been eradicated. And because proper validation was not provided. And the charge-offs, the 1099, I could have connected him with my tax specialist, right, to give him a game plan. Because the 44,686 of charge-off, that has to be added as income, right? My connection is unstable. Trying to reconnect. Okay, I'm back on YouTube. It froze. It said my connection was unstable for a minute. Do I offer classes? I don't, because I'm overwhelmed. But what I do offer is opportunity for people to connect with me and have their own home-based credit repair business. Also on YouTube. And speaking of credit repair business, YouTube, I put all of my books that I read in my links. I put all the books that I read in my description because people ask me all the time. Speaking of they can send you a 1099 for charge off. Thank you, Justin. Educate the Black community. I'm trying. Do you only help a person with 700 credit score? I really recently divorced. My score is 590. Oh no, I don't. And you're the divorced woman. I just went through that 2 years ago. No, I help people with all types of credit score. Just book an online credit audit at fixmycreditandcash.com. This link, and I will put it in the description when I upload the videos on YouTube, Periscope, how to stick it to the IRS. It gives you the knowledge you need of why opening a home-based business to help you with your taxes, right? And not claim, and all the tax deductions of a home-based business, and how to get more out of your paycheck, which is what I teach in my W4 Wealth, and how to deal with, once you get this cleanup from your credit report, your charge-offs, and about the 1099. So I put this here. And let me show you all this other book, and then I'm signing off. This other book that I have, hold on for a minute. Okay, the link is also in my description on YouTube. Stack Silver, Get Gold. I told you Haggai 2:8 says the silver and gold is mine, says the Lord. And how to buy gold and silver bullion without getting ripped off. That description, the link to this book is also in my YouTube. And I'm also selling a report, a silver stacking report, to help people understand, I have it highlighted, how to buy the best silver where you can save your tax saving silver sales strategy. Your tax saving silver sales strategy, right? You need to know that if you invest in silver now for $18 to $20 an ounce, when you turn that or go to a metal dealer to cash out, when the dollar collapses, because it will. So when the dollar collapses, you take your silver to a dealer to turn it in, and the prices will spike. The lower the dollar goes, the more silver and gold accumulates. Gold is for the wealthy, silver is for the middle class. So let's say silver prices increased to $40 an ounce, and that's a very modest number. Once we go through this great global depression, I'm calling it the Great Global Depression because you have companies now that's in recession, like Australia. You know about China. It's not just going to be the United States, right? I tell people all the time that, Donald Trump filed bankruptcies on his businesses, and now he's going to bankrupt the United States. He has put billions into building his wall just this weekend, which has cut back on Social Security and Medicaid benefits for the American people. And so that's news that people may or may not be on top of, or they may not know. So for $25, you can get the silver stacking report. My number 5 silver recommendation on that report will give you a 300% return on your investment. And that report is a 2-page report. It lists all the silver rounds that give you the highest return on your investment and the lowest tax, meaning that now I know I'm saying a lot about 1099, but with silver and gold, for example, it's a 1099B form, right? B as in boy. And when you sell your silver or gold back to metal dealers, then if it's over 1,000 ounces, they have to fill out this 1099B form and send it in to the IRS, and then you'll be taxed, right? And so under my report, it gives you the rounds of silver that you can purchase and not be taxed on it. Facebook have a question. Let me see, can I scroll down? Sorry, I'm all in the camera. I couldn't see that, Facebook. Re-ask that question again about your Capital One. Hey, hello from North Carolina. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus says, I'm good. Jesus is my number 1 fan. I like Jesus. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, so Nana says Mr. Trump doesn't care about people, only himself. Someone asked about the 1099-C for the charge-offs. I don't file taxes. I know a lot of the tax laws, more than a lot of tax people that file them. But there are circumstances and situations that your tax strategy doesn't know that, and you've gotten a 1099 in the C in the mail because of charge-off, then shoot me an email and ask for my tax professional strategist information, and I will email that back to you. Cliff, where can we purchase the book? When I upload the video, I will put all of that in the description, Cliff, on Facebook, and then you'll have the links and everything. All right, love you all. Can I remove inquiries without the creditor or lender closing your account? It depends on what type of inquiries it is. For example, if it was for a account or credit card, then that's not showing, like a business credit card is not showing on your credit report anyway, then yes. But if it's an account that's showing a report on your credit report and it's in good standing, I don't like to do that. I don't take that risk because that means you gave them permissible purpose and they gave you a firm offer for credit. So that's the answer to that. But if it's a business credit card that's not showing on your credit report anyway, on your personal credit report, then yes. Do you think it's wise? It's a wise investment to buy and start a business in Africa, invest property in Africa. I don't know. Taylor, I don't know a lot about that. I won't try to answer that. How long does it take to remove a car loan off a charger? I don't know. I have to see your credit report and see how it's reporting. Miss DeLeon, I think, or Mr. DeLeon, Delaney, DeLanda. I will have to see. I stated earlier that everything depends on how it's reporting. If it's reporting inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable on your credit report, so you will have to invest in a small investment fee of $50 and email me your credit report. And I have all of that in this description. All right, great job. Yes, thank you so much. I'm signing out. Hey, I love you, woman. Thou art wealthy. You all are wealthy. Use your credit in life to create cash flow. We got to stop. I just posted a report that millions of Americans are oh, it's on my Facebook. But even the salaries over $100,000, right, are living paycheck to paycheck. They are broke within 30 days. So people, we gotta use your credit. If you don't have the income, right? Miss Young, I just saw your PayPal notification. She just paid her $50 for her credit audit, her consultation. Miss Young, so I did receive that payment to my PayPal. Question my heart inquiry. Said it should drop off this year. Yes, just keep a check of that. You have some inquiries that will drop off at a certain time. Just keep check of that with your credit monitoring system. If it doesn't, it's usually just an easy phone call to the credit agency that's still reporting it and saying this inquiry is supposed to drop off. Please delete off my credit report. Does a business credit card count towards 524? Yes, it does. Business credit card do. And so I also have that link in the description. If you want to apply for one of the best business cards, I recommend it's the Chase Reward Cards. And also, if you sign up for my Silver Stacking Report, because it's through my Cash App and not my PayPal, make sure it's $25 for that report. My Cash App is LD at LD Financial Coaching. I'm sorry, and that's in my description as well. LD Financial Coaching. Just make sure that when you submit that investment of $25 on Cash App, that you also include your email address so I can know where to email it. LD Financial Coaching, Cash App, with the $. The $ first, LD Financial Coaching. My Cash App should have my picture on there for that Silver Stacking Tax Saving Report. So a business credit card does count towards the 524 rule as well, meaning that you cannot have more than 5 inquiries within the last 2 years, 24 months. And I also have that Chase Rewards card link. And some people, someone just sent me a message. Okay, Antonio James, I got your message. Some people, right, if they have a newly established business, they don't really know, what income and things like that to report. But if you go through the link that I have through Chase, it's an affiliate for me because I am a consultant, so they will pay me for the people that apply and approve. So it's in my best interest to get you approved. So if you use the link that's in my description to apply, then I will coach you for no cost of the best method that you need to use to fill out that application to get a high success rate of approval. All right, Franco. Yes, thank you, Yvonne Green. That's it. That's my Cash App. Thank you so much. Yvonne, I just sent that to her. I just sent that. She purchased a Silver Stacking Report. Make sure you pay attention to number 5 on there. That number 5. That's 300% return. And yes, and include your email, in the message once you buy the Silver Investing Report. LD $ Financial Coach. Yes, she says it's a must report. Thank you so much for that endorsement. Is this on the business credit with the Chase affiliate link? Yes, Shay, but let me tell you this. With the business credit, you need to have over 680 credit score. You do not need to have more than 5 inquiries in the last 2 years, mean hard pulls on your credit report. No bankruptcies, no recent late payments, no collections. That's the formula you need to get approved. To get a coaching section, www.fixmycreditandcash.com, $50 small investment fee. If you want a phone consultation without me looking at your credit report first, then it will be $150 for 1 hour. And that's even if it's 30 minutes to 1 hour. Because I tell people all the time, there's no reason to get me on the phone with you if I haven't even seen your credit report. At that point, it's not credit coaching, it's credit finance, psychology counseling. Because a lot of people just want to vent out and tell you why their credit is in the state it's in. Bad credit happen to good people. So I don't mean any harm. I don't need to know your life situation. I need to see what your credit report looks like so I can give you the best advice. I need to see how it's reporting. I need to see if your numbers are reporting inaccurate or incomplete, or the account numbers. Those are things you don't know to look for that I do. So, okay, still working on Equifax collection to be removed. Shay, you should have had that done. You've been working for a year, and I quoted you the lowest price I could, but some people want to try to do it themselves. They waste a lot of time doing it. I had 9 inquiries in a 760 and got over 46,000 business credit card. What business credit card was that, Kel Slater? Because I don't know if you mean 9 inquiries on just one, but if you had 9 inquiries just on TransUnion, Equifax, or a total of 9 inquiries. Now, if you had 3 across the board, or maybe 4 on TransUnion, and then 3 on Experian and 2 on Equifax, then you probably did get approved, right? But I can tell you, if you have 5 or more inquiries on just one of the major credit agencies, then I don't know any business credit card company that would approve that. So it depends on how your 9 were reported. All right, you all. Hey, you all have a great day. This is to better credit and better cash flow. I don't care how you use your credit, right? You want to invest in apartments, condos, residential homes. Maybe you want to invest in a laundromat, right? That gives you your profit and loss report and shows you their tax return and shows you it was highly profitable. I always use the bank's money. You can get more in 1 hour from the bank for cheap than you can 1 year of your labor, right? This highly takes away your time. Total, all 3 agencies. Okay, yeah, it had to be total, Kel, because Mr. Cox in the information I'm going to upload is going to show you exactly where to pay for your $50 investment and what credit reports that I need. Meaning that if it's because I have a software system that helps me print out your reports, right? And so it has to be compatible with my software system. So some people say, well, I already have Credit Check Total. And, that's not what I use. And it's only $1 for 7 days. So it has to be from the company, right? That's compatible or links with my algorithm software. And then that way it's $1 for that to pull your 3 credit reports for 7 days. And then it's $50 small investment credit consulting fee. And it takes 2 to 3 business days. And, I will get that to you. Is there a way to unlink page? To unlink a personal guarantee on business credit? You got different types of business credit. You got different tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And so the only type of business credit that you cannot be a PG or personal guarantee is the tier 1 or type credit, which means department store cards, Lowe's, Home Depot, gas store cards, things like that. Now, when you get into the different type of tiers where it's Amex, American Express, Discover, Chase, business credit, you'll have to be a personal guarantee. But the thing about it is you can get the credit cards that won't show on your personal report. And so a lot of people don't know what cards those are. They just go out and apply for business credit, or they pay a company that'll charge them 10% and give them business credit cards. Like one type of business credit card that will show on your personal report is Capital One. So if you go out and purchase a home with your credit card and it was $25,000, then your personal credit will report $25,000 worth of debt. And that's not what I want for you, what you want. So you want to get the credit cards that do not show on your personal credit report. If you got, okay, LBUT, then you pay for your credit consultation. If you want to cancel before your 7 days are up, if you already pulled your credit report, you pay for your credit consultation. And then I give you instructions once you pay for your credit consultation of how to send me your credit report via email in HTML format. Periscope and everyone, I'm logging off. My battery's low on Periscope. Hey, you all have a great day. Love you so much. So let me log out Periscope before my battery goes down. And I don't want to share. Okay, done. So that's it for Periscope. And I'm gonna log out my other platform. I don't mind, don't show. Okay, that's good. So other than that, you got to be a personal guarantee. If they're not showing your personal credit report, then be a personal guarantee. So people, let's do more with our credit than buy cars, a vehicle, and homes. Let's start using our credit to get the bank's money, to get assets, so they can pay for the type of car or vehicle or loan that you want to live in. Did you know, for example, the advantages of leasing vehicles versus purchasing them on the tax side? If you have a business, if you have a business, incorporate, and then you get all those business tax deductions from that as well. So, hey, I'm signing off. I'm trying to cut this off. You all have a great Saturday. Go back and watch the replay. Watch this breakdown of $79,317 worth of debt and over 13 charge off and collections from the big banks and big collection companies deleted off the credit report. You all have a wonderful Saturday. Queen of Credit here.